I think that's good. All right, good morning, 9:01. Let's get started. So welcome to the new week. Happy Monday. Let's just come to our yoga posture. I'm going to scoot to the edge of the chair right away so I can feel my torso and my core working to align. So close your eyes and just start to shift your weight side to side, forward and back. And see if you can find that center line where your shoulders and hips are in a line. And then line up your ears with your shoulders. So that for me means I have to pull my head back a little bit. I'm going to roll my shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Still keeping the eyes closed so that I'm feeling the sensation, closing down one of the senses so that we can use the others more effectively. All right, hands resting on the thighs, feet hip width apart. So you should be able to sense by where your hands and knees are. If your knee joint feels like it's at 90 degrees, that's probably a good alignment for ankles below the knees. And then let's just start to work on the breath. First of all, just noticing, how does your breath feel today? And then start to deepen the breath. So our yoga practice is our time to remember and to train our body to breathe deeply. We tend to breathe shallowly throughout the day. So this way, at least we start the day getting a lot of oxygen into the blood and the brain, waking things up. So deepening the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Filling the belly, the ribs, and the chest on the inhale. And exhaling out, chest, ribs, belly. Good. Blinking the eyes open. Let's take a big inhale, reach the arms overhead. Start to link breath with movement. Inhale, exhale, bring the hands down, palms facing the floor. Inhale, reach up. Gaze stays at the horizon. Exhale, open. One more. Inhale. And take your left wrist with your right fingers, lengthen, and then over to the side. Right side body, tipping to the right for a left body stretch. Left side body stretch. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release. Inhale, other side. Lengthen the right arm. Reach for the ceiling, and then over to the left. Sits bones down. Feet pressing down. Let's come back to center as we inhale and exhale, release. So let's turn sideways in the chair. We're going to take our cat-cows here. And what I'd like you to do is hinge forward. So starting, instead of taking cat-cows here with a flat back, we're going to keep the flat back, but hinge from the hips. Feet are hip width apart. So here, squeeze your elbows toward your ribs. And now it's a gentle looking up. So just take your gaze a little bit above the horizon. Inhale, fill the belly, lift the tailbone, squeeze the shoulders together. And as you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone under, and round in. So it's not quite as exaggerated a movement Inhale, lift, tailbone, fill the belly, lift the chest, lift the gaze, squeeze the shoulders together. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale to lift. Squeeze the elbows to the ribs, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the tailbone, and then exhale, round. Coming back to a neutral spine, so lifting back up. Take your arms behind you. We're going to interlace either fingers or grab wrists or grab forearms, whatever is available to you. If none of that works, you can grab your strap or your resistance band and use it behind you. So if you can interlace, the next thing would be to try to bring your palms together. So dragging the knuckles down to the floor, you feel the front of the shoulders move back. Now squeezing those shoulders together, tuck the ribs under. Inhale. And as you exhale, let's take that hinge again. So just leaning forward. Inhale, try to lift the elbows. Exhale, try to bring your sternum toward your toes and just come down a little bit further. Keeping the neck long, so we're not looking down at the floor. We're gazing maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet in front of us. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. I know arms are getting tired. And one more. Just see if you can hinge a little bit deeper. Lift the elbows. 3 breaths here. And now, in one smooth movement, knuckles drag down, torso comes up, and we release. Exhale. Coming to face forward again. Let's take shoulders one at a time. So I'm rolling my right shoulder back, then my left shoulder. Right shoulder back, left shoulder. Right shoulder back, left shoulder. And then other side, left shoulder forward, right shoulder forward. Left and right. Left and right. And one more. Excellent. All right. Shake it out. Shake the hands. Shimmy the shoulders. Good. Take an easy twist. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, let's twist left. Left hand slides behind. Right hand to the outside of the left thigh. And just take your gaze over your left shoulder. Lengthen the low back by moving the tailbone down toward the chair and reach the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Pull belly towards spine. As you exhale, twist a little bit more. And just a little bit more. Unwind, reach the arms overhead. And other side, twisting to the right. Right hand slides behind. You can close the eyes here and just again check in with your body, your alignment. You can really start to sense that alignment, especially with your eyes closed. Inhale to unwind, reach the arms overhead. And exhale to prayer. All right. Warming up the neck and shoulders a little bit. So right ear to right shoulder. And slowly move your chin toward your chest. Taking half head rolls here. 2 to bring the left ear over the left shoulder and then back through center. Exhaling. When you hit midpoint, then you inhale to the other side. After you've done a couple rounds back and forth, you might test going all the way around, but I want you to keep your eyes closed. And as you're circling the head, notice when you feel a tight spot and just stop there for a couple breaths. And then move a little bit more. Slowing everything down so we can find where we need that little extra attention. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears and just enjoy this deep neck stretch. And make sure you circle the head if you're going all the way around in both directions. Very slowly, mindfully. Continuing to deepen the breath. Good. And when your chin is back toward your chest, with the eyes closed, heel toe your feet wide, heels in, toes out. Slide the hands down the shins and come into your dangle. So for you, find what works. You can keep your fingers on the floor. That will help keep you from going too deep in the forward fold if your back is a little tweaky today. You can tuck the tailbone slightly down toward the chair, which will lengthen the low back and engage the lower abs. And then you can also grab opposite elbows and fold a little deeper. And if none of that feels good today, just bring your forearms to your thighs and take a less deep forward fold. So I find, depending on how I've slept and what position, my low back can be really tweaky in the morning, so we don't want to stress it. And maybe rock side to side gently. Notice if you feel a little tugging on one side or the other. And then hands to your thighs. We'll slowly roll up. Good. And again, take some shoulder circles, forward and back. And shake the arms. You can heel toe the feet in. And just come into mountain pose. Eyes closed, ankles below knees, shoulders over hips. Lengthen the neck. All right, nice job. Let's just take up a little bit of a warm-up on the lower body before we come up to standing. So right leg goes long, heel down, toes up. And then let's hinge forward. Let's just keep our forearm on the thigh, or forearms on your left thigh. So just opening the back of the right leg, pointing and flexing. I don't think you can see my feet here. Let me see if I can scoot back a little bit. Nope. Well, I'll shorten my leg. There we go. So point and flex with your leg long. Good. Take a hold of the seat of the chair. Bring your torso back up. And now hanging on to the chair, let's lift and lower, lift and lower. So warming up that big quad muscle. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift and lower. Slide the right foot in. Left leg goes long, heel down, toe up, hinging forward, so flat back, just bringing the shoulders forward, and then forearms to thigh. In fact, actually, I'll turn sideways. That might be better. And so that left leg is long, and then we're pointing and flexing. Good. Now, taking a hold of the seat of the chair, coming back up, lifting that left leg, and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Good. Bring everything down. Take some torso rolls. So just moving the upper body around the hips. Getting into the low back. Engaging the core. Warming up the big muscles of the torso and around. Other direction. Good. And coming back around, we'll come back up to center and breathe. Good. All right, one more before we come up to standing. So last week we worked on our side lunge with the blocks. Today we're going to work this without the blocks. So I want you to turn, I've got my left thigh on the edge of the chair. My left leg is going back with my toes on the floor. Now, if my toes are here, that's perfectly fine. If you need to hang on to the chair for balance, then do that too. But the goal here is to try to get that right foot back just a little bit past 90 degrees. So as you do that, you'll feel how this right hip flexor opens up. So back toes are on the mat, heel is up. First thing I want you to do, we've got our hands on our thighs. So I want you to lengthen. Press down into the thigh, lengthen the spine. And now from here we're going to hinge forward. And now here, press your right heel back. So lengthening that back leg to whatever degree you can. If you're here, just press your heel down. Press down and release. Okay, the further back you go, the more straight your back leg is going to get. Right? And hinging forward. So keep pressing back. Good. Now, hands to the chair, press yourself up. Now, I want you to pick up the right foot and bring it back to center. So, bring your foot to the middle of the chair. And now, can we slide that leg out to the side? So, your foot can be in whatever position feels comfortable for you. If you can get it so that the foot is at a 45-degree angle, you don't want to try to straighten it. And I can do that, but it's not particularly comfortable. So we're going to do about 45 degrees, or wherever, if it's 15 degrees, if it's 5 degrees. Just try to have your leg out to the side with your weight over the center point. So your weight is grounded on the chair, right? And now we did this last week with the knee on the block. We're going to take the right arm up, hanging onto the back of the chair, taking a side bend on the right side. So moving to the left. Inhale, coming back up. Hand to leg or hand to the seat of the chair. Reach the left arm up. And gently take a side bend over toward the right. So your extended leg should act like a, what do you call that? Like a outrigger. So it's keeping you from going too far and tipping over. And bring that arm down. Left arm to the back of the chair so you can find stability in your core, reaching up. And let's take that side bend over toward the left. Right side body opening, pressing down into the foot. Coming back up on the inhale. Right arm floats down, either hand to thigh or hand to chair. Left arm reaches up, lengthen. And exhale, tip to the other side. Left arm reaching to the right. Left side body opening. Good, and back to center. Bring that leg forward. And swing your knees back around to center. All right, nice job. I'm going to grab my tea here. I need a little sip. You might grab a sip of water or whatever beverage you have handy. So I know this is a new routine, and every time we do something new, we have to use our brain more. Like there's a lot of poses that we've been doing for some time. So don't get frustrated. Just give yourself time to learn it. Be with it. Practice it. That's why we call it practice. All right, turning to the other side. So this time my right thigh is staying on the seat of the chair. As I've said before, I like to have my knee right at the edge of the chair. So my knee is right above my ankle. And then I'm going to bend that left knee and just kind of wiggle your foot, big toe or toes are on the mat. As you wiggle your foot back, right? Just find the place where you can't go any further and then back it off just a little bit. All right? So we want to be challenging ourselves, but we don't want to be at our max here when we're learning something new. Okay, so hands are to the thighs. Initially, we're going to press up, lengthen the spine, and then hinging forward. And now, can we lengthen that back leg? So try lengthening a little bit and then press the heel away. Feel that big hip flexor opening. The more you press that heel down toward the floor, the deeper that stretch is going to be. If you want to challenge yourself, bring your hands off your thighs, reach your arms forward. So this is taking core strength, upper body strength. Nice. And now if you want to challenge from here, bring the arms overhead. Still leaning forward, still pressing down into the heel. Good. Arms come down. Bring your hands to your thigh. Press up. Now take a hold of the seat of the chair. So I've got my right hand on the back of the seat, left hand on the front of the seat. Bending that front knee, or the left knee, I'm sorry. And then swinging that leg out to the side. So you might have to adjust your seating, maybe scoot back a little bit if you feel like you're going to tip over. And that left leg, foot should be at an angle to whatever degree feels comfortable and safe for you. All right, so setting up on this side. Right knee, we've still got ankle over knee. Lengthen the spine. And we're going to take a hold of the top of the back seat with the right hand. The left arm reaches up as we inhale. And exhale, tipping over toward the back of the chair. Press down into the left foot. Inhale back up. Left hand comes down. Take a hold of the seat of the chair in the front. Right arm reaches up. And exhale. Side bend. Moving the right hand toward the left foot. I'm really trying to practice my left and right, you guys. It's still a challenge, but I'm trying to be more aware. Inhale back up. Right hand comes down. Take a hold of the top of the chair, and let's do one more round. Left arm reaches up, lengthen. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale back to center. Arm comes down. Left hand to front of chair. Right arm reaches up, reach, lengthen, and then over to the side. Couple of breaths here. Good. Right hand comes down. Bring that left leg in. And knees together. Swing it forward. All right. Give your thighs a nice little rub. Take a sip of water, and we're going to come up to standing. Are you excited? Grab your resistance bands. And get ready for some fun. Okay. Chair here. Got the tall back of the chair facing, so the seat's on the other side. And I'm going to slip my resistance band around my ankles. And I'm going to stand so that there's just a little bit of resistance. So depending on the size of your bands, for me that's just about hip width, maybe a scooch more. And then I want to waddle myself forward so my fingertips can be on the chair. So we're going to do a full rotation. We're going to work on strengthening the hips and the lower extremities. But it's mostly for the hips and the muscles surrounding the hips. So first thing we want to do, just find our balance. Feel the feet flat on the floor. Put a little bit of resistance. Feel the ankles moving away from each other, just a little bit. And then alignment so that shoulders over hips, hips over heels, or over, hips over knees, knees over ankles. And then just lift and lower. So keeping that tension on the band, lifting and lowering. If you don't have a band, imagine that you've got one wrapped around your ankles and you're just moving your ankles slightly away from each other so that you're engaging all the muscles of the leg. Up and down a few times. Lifting the heels, finding your balance, finding your drishti. Maybe you lift the fingertips. All right. And bend one knee and then the other. Move the hips around a little bit. Good. All right, so looking down at the feet, let's square the edges of the feet to the mat. And we're going to shift the weight onto I'm facing to my right. So I'm going to shift my weight to my right leg, picking up the left foot, keeping the left foot flexed. So the heels and toes stay in alignment. Press down into all four corners of the standing foot. And now we're just going to pulse out and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just come back to where you keep the band from falling. All right, just that first point of resistance. And then lift. Press the ankle toward the left, keeping the foot flexed, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. And one more. Shift the weight to your standing leg. Press down into all four corners of the right foot. Bring the heel out to the side, extending that resistance band, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the left foot down and bend one knee and then the other. So moving the hips side to side. Can you feel that? Yeah, it's a slight, it's just a little movement with the resistance band, but boy, these are really effective for strengthening those muscles that support the hip joint. Okay, back to mountain pose. Nice alignment. Head, hips, heels. Shift the weight to the left leg. Ground down into that left foot. Pick up the right foot. I'm just picking it up maybe half an inch off the floor. And then pressing that ankle away and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot down. Take a breath. Shift the weight back to the standing leg, the left foot. Lift the right foot, ankle toward the wall, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot down, so shifting the weight back to equal weight in both feet. One more breath here. And one more. Shift to the standing leg. Press down. Lift the right foot. Bring the ankle out to the side. Foot stays flexed for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and bend one knee and then the other. Get up into those hips. All right. Now we're going to, so this takes a little bit of thinking. We want to keep that resistance on the band, and we're going to line up our feet so I'm bringing my left foot back behind, and then I'm bringing my right foot forward and I'm going to scoot forward just a little bit so I can be in alignment over the chair, with my hands stable over the back of the chair. So big toe of the left foot connects with the heel of the right foot. And the band you should feel that resistance. Okay? Lengthening the spine. So this time we're going to shift the weight forward onto the right foot, right leg, and keeping that back foot flexed, we're going to kick the heel back. So if you're really going to feel this in the hamstring, we're going to kick back and hold. You can put a little bend in the standing leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot down. So shifting the weight back over to center. Shift the weight forward again onto the standing leg. Flex the back foot, picking it up. And press that heel back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the heel down, bring the foot down, back to neutral spine. Good, and one more. Shift forward onto the right foot. Pick up the left foot. Bring that heel straight back and hold for 5, 4, pull your belly in, 3, 2, 1, and bring the left foot down. Good. Bring the feet back out to the sides. Reset the hips, do our little dance. Okay, other side. Left foot comes forward, right foot goes back. Left toes in line. Right toes in line with the left heel. Standing up nice and tall to begin with. Going to shift the weight forward onto the left foot, left leg. Pick up the right foot, flex that foot, and then kick the heel back and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Shift the weight over the center. Shift forward again onto the left foot. Pick up the right, heel presses back, and we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Good. And one more. Shifting forward, pick up the heel, press it back and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Good job. Bring your feet back side to side by each. Heels in line. And just rock those hips side to side, bending one knee and then the other. Okay, good. All right, couple more, and then we'll come back to the chair. So now we want to work the big muscles. So I'm going to have you keep that tension on the band, picking up the right foot. Swing it forward so you're in the position that we were before. So heel in line with toe, but your foot is off the mat. And now we're going to lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, but don't touch the mat. So we've got the right foot lifted just an inch or so off the mat. Press down into all 4 corners of that standing leg. So notice my foot was sickling out a little bit. Press down into the big toe mound, and now lift the right knee. Keeping that, not trying to keep that 90 degrees. Just lifting that foot while it's flexed for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, quivering. Right foot comes down, but don't bring it all the way to the mat. Big breaths here. We're working those big muscles, so we need a lot of oxygen. And lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot all the way down, but out to the side. So you're back in your standing position, shimmying the hips side to side, bending each knee. All right, so we worked the front of the muscle. Now we're going to work the back of the muscle, the hamstring. So getting ready, we're going to pick up the right foot again. So shifting the weight to the standing leg. Bring your foot behind you. Your right foot swings behind you. And now we're going to kick that heel up. Can you feel the hamstring engage? For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot down, but don't bring it all the way to the mat. Keep it extended. Press down into the left big toe, straightening out that left leg, and kick your heel up and back, like you're trying to kick yourself in the butt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. If you can, keep it elevated. If you have to bring it down to the floor, that's fine. Last one. Kick that heel back. Feel the hamstring engage. And now lift. Woo-hoo. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way down and out to the side. And we go back and forth. Okay, just 2 more. Left side. And then we're back in the chair. So take a big breath. And shifting the weight to the right leg, swinging that left foot back, keeping it flexed. Press the heel back and then lift, bending the knee, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight down. Keep the foot flexed. Bend the knee, kick the heel up and back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the leg, flex the foot, Take a breath. And bring it back. Lift. Kick back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down, out to the side. And last one, we're going to do the front. So let's make it count. Last round here. Pick up your left foot, bring that knee in front. Flexing the foot, bending the knee. We're going to lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Obviously, if you don't have the bands, you're just doing this without the benefit of resistance, but you're still strengthening. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. All right, last one. Let's make it count. Lift and hold. Maybe the fingers come off the chair for 5. Keep lifting. 4. Keep lifting. 3, 2, 1. Down. Foot comes down. Get rid of that band. And take a downward dog. Walk your hips back. Walk your feet back. And let's pedal, bending one knee and then the other. Just a nice, easy back stretch, back of the leg stretch. Reach the hips back. You'll feel the hamstrings lengthen. Big deep bend in the knees. Sink the hips back. Straighten. Sit down into your chair. Bring the hips down. And up. One more. Sink the hips back and down. Coming back up. Walk it forward. And let's bring those well-worked hips back to the chair. Sweet. Good job, everybody. All right. I need my phone. I need my tea. I think I'm going to need a hot bath after this. Whew. All right, great job, everybody. Just want to cool down for a little bit. I guess we won't get to the strap today. We'll have to wait until next week. So, just sit here in mountain pose for a couple of minutes, collecting feeling all that energy, just collecting our energy into the center of our being. You can feel the arms and legs tingling. Imagine containing that energy so that we can use it when we need it. Maybe focus that energy right to your navel center. Right to where we keep our chi. Good. And now we're ready for meditation. So hands to the thighs or in your lap, whichever you prefer. 3 minutes and then Shavasana. Starting now. And now taking Shavasana, you can bring your legs out long. Take your upper body to the back of the chair. And just give yourself a few minutes to relax here. Letting go. Feeling again all that energy. And just feel yourself supported by the chair and the floor beneath you. Right now, there's nowhere to go, nothing to do, but relax. Appreciate the richness of your life by weaving the feeling of gratitude into your entire day. When you wake up in the morning, make a mental list of 5 people or things for which you are grateful. Take a few minutes to think about each on your list. You might feel grateful toward a particular person for a positive event that you experienced. You may feel good about one of your talents or accomplishments. You may simply feel thankful for the sun pouring in your window or for your breakfast. This simple gratitude practice can set an appreciative tone for how you will move through the world today. And invite your breath to deepen. Making your way gently back to a comfortable seat. Bringing hands to heart center. Remembering, right, it's not having what you want, it's wanting what you have. Keeps us happy. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Thumbs to third eye center. We bow to one another, saying namaste. And bowing left and right.